The life of a winemaker is kind of crazy. It's this beautiful chaos. You know, going into harvest mornings that, you know, everything that could go wrong might go wrong, but you're still really looking forward to it. It's this really sadistic, crazy thing. Winemakers all over the world kind of have that, all right, let's do this crazy thing. Today, we dropped more fruit than we've ever dropped, and I was really glad about it. I was really pleased. It showed me so many different things that I'm gonna do next season to thin that crop out so much so that I can not have to worry about that. We're not producing wine just to produce wine. We're producing wine to produce excellent wines. We are uncompromising, and if that means dropping fruit on the ground that's not quite ripe enough, then so be it. That's what we're gonna do. There's just so much happening on the farm that when I'm out in the vineyards or I'm out, you know, doing something on the tractor or mulching plants or whatever it might be, you have all these little visions of what you want to do outside of the next job. You know, where am I going to put my raised beds? You know, I start thinking, where on the property would be the best place to put my next garden? Or, you know, maybe I can do guided tours over here. Or maybe I should call the local school and get the kindergartners out to help pick muscadines. Or, you know, whatever it could be, we're just trying to create a community on our farm where people can come and visit and experience it and have all these little revelations on the farm. We have just such a community that gathers around our vineyards, and they help us bring in all of our fruit. So being able to have that relationship and know all these people that come in just for this time of the year and just help with all sorts of different aspects is very exciting. We've been on the farm since 1995. When we first moved onto this property, it was totally covered in woods and it was not suitable for agriculture at all. And once we started clearing parts of the land and learning about the lay of the land, the aspects of the hills, how much drainage and things we were having, we realized that the most suitable form of agriculture for our piece of property was grapes. Grapes like to grow on really hilly surfaces where there's great drainage. They don't necessarily like good soil. Rocky soils are really ideal. So we started planting grapes in 2000. My dad, he's really one of the visionaries behind the way the land looks now. My mom and him, they would constantly be planning or constantly be thinking of a new idea, what to do here or what to plant here. It's been really a family affair since the get-go. We actually would work in the vineyards as a family before we ever even opened up our property to the public in 2010. I've been riding a four-wheeled vehicle since I was, 5 or 6 years old. I was the tiny person on the lawnmower. Just when I was finally able to reach the brakes. After school, it would be vineyard time, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was vineyard time too. So we were all out there collecting rocks, pruning grapevines, putting nets up, whatever had to be done is what we would do, and it was always as a family. When you grow up in a place that is completely rural and remote, and you're so attached to the land, you don't really realize how attached you are to it until you're not there. So when I was at college, I was really far away from the vineyards. I wasn't here all the time, and it just dawned on me one day that I would never be happy working inside. I just couldn't know that here I was living a life indoors when I've helped create this outdoor paradise. And that semester I graduated from college and came to work full-time in the business.
Today we're harvesting Merlot, and we've had a really good growing season. You can see that this fruit is really nice. It's well ripened and well balanced. It looks really good. And what we're doing is we're sorting in the field first before we get to the crush pad. We're trying to sort out any fruit that doesn't look good or is not ripened enough. As we're going through the harvest here, those grapes, particularly when you look at this one, you can see the difference between this and the grapes that are in the bin that we are keeping. That has a significant impact on the quality of your red wine. So we drop the fruit that's not ripened and we keep the fruit that's ready to go.
Our harvest day today is going to last 18 hours. I'm really glad I have a building with lights on it because I'm going to be picking grapes and sorting them hours and hours into the evening. But I know that it's going to make an excellent wine. It's going to make such a good wine that it's all worth it. It kind of goes into other aspects of your life because if you just put in the hard work, it will pay off. And it's all these little decisions throughout the day that will result in excellent wine. It's constant work. But if you're having a good time, it doesn't really feel like it. People say that all the time. But it's true. Once those grapes get picked and now they're in my dad and I's hands and we're making the wine, all these little decisions on, even whether or not I want to pick and put them into big bins versus little bins is going to affect the flavor. It is like being an artist with a paintbrush trying to kind of design this image and this sense of beauty to give to people. What we're doing here is we're standing on the shoulders of giants. We're not recreating, something that didn't exist. We're doing something that has been done for years. Prior to Prohibition, North Carolina was a really large grape producer, but Prohibition really stamped that out. And our little county was a really big producer of grapes. We were famous for a variety called the Tryon grape. It was an eating grape, it wasn't for making wine. But nonetheless, we were growing excellent grapes. If you have any interest in wine whatsoever, it can be a passion for your entire lifetime. And that's basically what I've watched my parents do, is just develop this incredible lifetime passion for wine. And every single year that you make wine, you just get a little bit better at it. I've been making wine with my dad since I was a really little kid. If I live to be 80, then I'll hope that I will have made wine 60 times. I only get one try the whole year. And it all comes down to one tiny little season, 6 weeks. And it's like this, it's a beautiful chaos. We drink an excellent bottle of wine every single night from all over the place. If I died tomorrow, I know I drank great wine last night. Excellent wine. Their life's too short not to.